Do you like to read?
Yes, I do.
How has your dyslexia affected what you read?
It takes me a lot longer to read a book than would someone without dyslexia, since all the words get jumbled up. And yeah.
How has your dyslexia affected how much you read?
I think if I didn't have dyslexia, I'd probably read maybe 3 books a month. But since I do, and it takes me a lot longer to read a book, probably only read like maybe 1 book a month.
How has your dyslexia affected your schoolwork?
Doing math, like with my math class, whenever I'm doing a problem, I'll get the numbers mixed up. And so instead of getting 24, I'll get 42. And so that messes me up.
How has having dyslexia made you not like to read very often?
It's just made it harder for me to read, and it's made words difficult, and ever since I was little, it was just a struggle, so I never liked struggling.
How has dyslexia affected your schoolwork in the past?
It's made me take tests a lot longer, and it's made everything a little bit harder, from reading in first grade to reading now to writing, where my spelling is horrendous. So.
Does it seem to get better or worse at certain times?
Pardon me?
Does it seem to get better or worse at certain times?
Yes. Like, sometimes I forget that I have dyslexia, and then sometimes it hits me like a bus because my spelling or something gets really off, but I've learned how to cope.
Have you ever been bullied or emotionally affected by your peers because you have dyslexia?
In elementary, I had someone tell me that, middle school, why are you in pre-AP classes if you have dyslexia? Aren't dyslexics dumb? Which is not true.
You teach and tutor students, correct?
Yes, I've taught everything from 2nd through 8th grade.
Do you ever have dyslexic kids in your class?
Yes, every year I have several dyslexic students. My principal knows that I have a daughter who's dyslexic, so I tend to get 1 or 2 dyslexic students every year.
How has Lauren's dyslexia helped you teach your students that have dyslexia?
I think I have more patience for students with dyslexia because I understand what's going on. I think for the parents, I'm able to relate to them when they get frustrated with homework and reading issues. I'm able to help them through it because I've been there myself. I also don't have a lot of displays in my classroom, and I try to keep the clutter to the minimum because that tends to help students with dyslexia.
Do you have any concerns about Lauren's future with her dyslexia?
For the most part, Lauren is able, she's been with a dyslexic tutor since she was in kindergarten, so she has learned coping mechanisms, and she has learned to cope and deal with it. Our biggest concern with Lauren is it takes her a little bit longer, and sometimes people aren't as patient when it takes her a few minutes to process things.
Have you ever had challenges as a parent because of Lauren's dyslexia?
Yes, during homework when she was in elementary school was a nightly fight with spelling and reading. As she's gotten older, we've learned that books on tape, audio tape, or sitting and reading it with her has helped her with her homework and has cut down on some of the frustration.
Has Lauren's dyslexia ever affected lives of other family members?
When we first diagnosed Lauren with dyslexia, there were people in the family who thought we were jumping the gun and didn't think that she was true dyslexic. So there was a little bit of conflict there, but since then there's been none.